Hi guys, welcome back to the Heel Project. We are back with our Summerslam. What just happened? Holy crap, boys. What a PLE. That was a lot.
I enjoyed it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Pre-show.
A lot.
Pre-shows are getting longer.
I missed it.
Less is happening. It's a lot of just recapping for all of it, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I kind of like that in a way, though, because if you're the casual fan, they go through the storylines. So if you're a casual and you haven't been following it weekly, you can still catch up.
Yeah.
You know what's going on.
But as this is the what just happened, we're just going to run you through what happened at SummerSlam. So we started off the night. Jelly Roll sang the theme for Slam. That was quite cool. Did that live, but it was also weird because they went in from one segment to the next from pre-show to the main show, and he got introduced twice in the space of 5 minutes.
Yeah, so he sang the national anthem, I guess.
No, it was like it was
some We Love America song.
Yeah.
Followed by Triple H coming out first. I think that was the start of Slam, was Triple H's entrance.
Yeah, he was the one that yeah. I missed that bit.
And then Triple H introduced Jelly Roll.
Was weird,
even though he was already in the ring, which was weird. It was a bit odd.
And then Miz, then being the host, started SummerSlam. So welcome to SummerSlam, and then we went straight into the first match: Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Wow! I genuinely
big way to start.
Genuinely, I've got it all written down about what happened, but it was crazy. They pulled the trigger on so much stuff tonight with it. But Liv entered first. We did notice there was new sponsors in the ring within the corners of the mat for the PLE. They had Wingstop and some sort of tech company, didn't they? The match started early with Liv evading Rhea. Rhea getting very, very annoyed until she eventually caught her and then just sort of dominated early on. Liv throws Rhea into the turnbuckle and Rhea dislocates shoulder. Quite like that, didn't we, boys? In a weird way.
They sold it well.
It was clever. It was clever.
Done well.
So she's selling on the injury she's just had, basically, to try and make it look like she got it back.
She carry on. Liv throws Rhea into turnbuckle. Yep. Leaving Liv with a good period of dominating. Dominic pushes Rhea out of the way to avoid Rhea getting hurt as Liv dives from the ring. Rhea then pops her own shoulder back in by throwing herself into the announcer's table. I'll be honest, I felt like there was probably an easier way for her to do it, but she went for it. This match was really good, actually. I really liked it. I'm just reading through it now. Liv hit a nice sequence of a crucifix driver into an armbar. Rhea's shoulder then pops out again, but then she pops it back in using a turnbuckle this time. Liv then goes to get a chair. Rhea then, as she comes back in, Rhea hits her with the riptide. Rhea then goes to use the chair, but Dom stops her by telling her she needs to win the title, so grabs it from her. Rhea then gets distracted by that, gets bashes into Dom because of Liv sort of running into her. Liv hits her with her finisher. Boys, remind me of the name of Liv's finisher because I forgot it completely. Oblivion, of course it was. Rhea then kicks out first time round. Dom distracts the ref, throws the chair back in, and Liv hits the finisher onto the chair to retain her championship. We thought, that's a bit unfortunate. It's going to cost Rhea.
I thought I did hear him shout out Liv. I weren't too sure. But someone else pointed out that he did shout Liv as he threw the chair in.
Okay.
I was like, really?
Fair enough. We'd missed that, but it wasn't a mistake. Help Liv retain, and then there's a moment where they kiss and leave.
She looked very shocked.
She looked just as shocked as everyone else did. I thought that was very good. She did really well with that whole thing. We had a bunch of segments, adverts, things like that. Then we cut to Judgment Day. Priest was furious with what had happened and was putting all the blame on Finn, which foreshadowed for later on in the night as well, which I thought was very, very tasty. Sami Zayn Braun Breaker match was up next. What do we think of that match, boys? As expected.
Explosive, good.
Exactly as expected, yeah.
Explosive, exactly. I've put it a few times. There's lots of things like that. Blue Thunder Bombs. Frankensteiners from turnbuckles. Exploder suplex to Braun. Sets up for a haluva. Spear. Another spear. Match over. 1, 2, 3.
That first spear was brilliant.
Oh, he's
Absolutely
just-
brutal. Just ripped him in half.
He's
Just,
an-
absolutely great.
Absolute
It wasn't
monster.
even just a squash. Sammy still looked quite good.
He got
It
a
was
few
within
moves out.
reason,
Yeah,
within-
he looked okay still. He didn't
Within
make him
reason.
look weak.
But Bron Breaker's your new IC champion, so that was pretty good. We quite like that. So I'll talk about that more when we do the podcast that comes out on Wednesday. Next segment was quite cool. Stephanie McMahon sat ringside.
I completely forgot that happened. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
Yeah.
didn't expect to see that, so that was quite good.
Yeah, I love seeing
It's,
Steph.
involved still.
Yeah. Into Logan Paul versus LA Knight. It was a weird one. There was a couple of good moments, a couple of good moves, a couple of botches. Yeah, I should expect. But Logan Paul started off coming out, and he was accompanied with MGK, Machine Gun Kelly, who was dressed as security with a really, really, really terrible security hoodie.
Thank God it wasn't his brother, but
Which he struggled to take off as well, which was
Yeah.
quite funny, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
And I thought, oh, entrances that can get like much worse than having Machine Gun Kelly with him. We had LA Knight come back out with the Prime truck, which he stole
Back in the prime truck, yeah.
last night and committed Grand Theft Auto. And we thought, oh, we'll do something with that. No, he came back with the truck pristine condition. And then there and then he was like, well, I'm gonna put your window in. He wasn't. He didn't break.
he
Got to
tried
twice.
to.
It was a bit of a whole. I don't know. We could talk opinions for Wednesday. For Wednesday. We had, I say, a bunch of stuff. Logan hit a nice springboard jump to the outside. LA Knight hit a cool jump where he went from the middle rope, the top turnbuckle, without touching hands down or anything.
Yeah. Straight to
Facing
the
in,
elbow.
and then into an elbow drop to Logan. I thought that was pretty good. Pretty damn good. But we got towards the end of the match with LA Knight started attacking Logan's goons. Logan then came to the rescue. Machine Gun Kelly gives Logan the brass knuckles. Logan goes to hit him. I think he hits him, but
Yeah.
LA Knight kind of didn't sell it for very long. But also the camera sort of didn't show it like it was a complete.
Well, he hit him while he was picking him up, didn't he?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't.
He had him in like a back suplex, and as he lifted him up, so his legs blocked the camera angle for a start,
Yeah,
he then punched him.
wasn't very clean. Then into a buckshot lariat, but no, it got reversed into a BFT. 1, 2, 3. LA Knight is the new US champion.
Predictable.
The one match that we all went, we don't really
It
care
happened,
who the champion is.
Hopefully, someone will actually defend the belt now for a change.
One of Link's favourite moments of the night then came up next with a very bizarre Manscaped advert.
I don't know what I can say about it. There was an advert for Manscaped, and
Go watch
we'll
it.
save
It was
some
quite funny.
opinion. We'll save some
was quite
opinions for
funny.
the podcast. But yeah, you should watch it if you get chances. Which is weird. I'm telling people to go watch an advert.
Now we went into the Bailey Nia Jax match, which was always going to be the weaker of the two female matches because there was so much riding on, so much build up with the.
I think that's the difference. The build, wasn't it?
The Livrea
There was a lot
match.
of build to Livrea, and there's none really to. I mean, that's not fair. There's been
Honestly.
some, but
It's
I
not
feel
as
like
been as
Bailey's
solid.
had a very lackluster run because she's just not had any TV time, and when she has, there's been nothing for her really. It's been very, very plain.
True enough. But it was a slow build-up start off with early domination from Knight, exactly as you expect. A Bailey's belly to try and change the momentum back, which kind of worked for a bit. Nia hits Bailey with a turnbuckle splat thing. What do we call that? What's that move?
The Annihilator.
The Annihilator. Bailey then kicked out. No, that was the absolute main thing.
That was the shock.
She
Yeah, that
kicked
was the shock.
out. Bailey then managed to hit a power bomb on Nia.
Also a shock.
We thought Bailey was running away with it now.
Tiff then runs in to cash in with a referee in it, and all, so she's not just running in just to help Nia. But Bailey managed to hit Tiff off the apron. Nia hits a power bomb, then a jackknife, then the two splatty things, and then match over. So A new champion from Queen of the Ring into new. Which title's that? One of the titles. I forget which one's which. The SmackDown
It's the one
one.
on screen right now.
Yeah, but I was looking.
Yeah.
I actually looked at it thinking, oh, it might show me the name. No, it just shows me 2024.
It is the WWE title,
Queen.
WWE Women's Belt.
Yeah. Why is it?
Because the
Why
World Heavyweight one is the Raw one, isn't it, at the moment?
Why is it showing me Queen of the Ring? Oh, there we go. Oh no, that's her past accolades. It's not showing me what she is now. Silly. But anyway,
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Tiffany didn't actually cash in. Was a failed,
No.
like, wasn't a failed cash in, so that was all good. She failed to cash in, not a failed.
Does
Yeah,
Seems
she
like
still
it was
got her briefcase.
Yeah.
Still looks like a bit of just a bit of a distraction.
Yeah.
And they are still the princess and the queen, apparently.
Yep.
Which is
the queen of the ring.
a bit odd. Bit odd.
And she's still wearing a crown, even now on the press conference.
It's hideous.
It's not the greatest looking crown.
We
It
went
looks like
into...
it's made out of old scrap steel.
It does.
Tin foil.
And someone's used tin
Not good.
snips to make it. We then went into Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk with special guest referee Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, boys, I was struggling to keep up with typing out what the hell was happening in this match.
There was lots happening.
There was just so much. It was good storytelling. Steph early on letting them batter each other. That was the main thing. Early on, letting them batter each other on the outside, and he sort of wasn't really paying attention, just sort of letting them.
Seth rules.
Yeah, Seth's rules, letting them get on with it. Brilliant. Yeah, that worked. Drew just sort of throwing Punk around the ring, as you'd expect. Drew gets a chair. Asks Seth to ask Seth, like, you're gonna let me do this, aren't you? He was like, yeah, all right, I'll turn away. Nah, just kidding. As Drew's gone to pull back, and he's took it off him, and
Need to do this properly.
tears away the chair. Drew then pushes Seth. Seth goes to hit Drew with the chair. Misses, nearly hits Punk, feels bad. Sort of goes, oh no, why have I done that? I've let myself down as a referee. And then misses a roll up from Punk, who was definitely got a 3 count, whilst he got throwing the chair out of the ring. We went sort of along into the match for a little bit. The bracelet made its fabulous appearance, boys. That bracelet. Just wonderful. Oh, that was it. Drew McIntyre had it in his arm, didn't he? And Punk had him in an anaconda vice, locked it in, and then realised he had it, then let go, then tried to get it back, and then Punk then gets hit with a claymore. Punk then managed to kick out though, but after he's done that pin count, Seth, he picks up the bracelet, puts it on, thinks nothing of it. Punk then goes to go for a GTS on Drew, sets it up, and notices that Seth's got the bracelet. Punk puts Drew down and confronts Steph. Drew runs over, knocks Seth out of the ring. GTS to Drew, but there's no Seth, and Seth rolls in too late to count it to a three count. Punk and Seth argue, tells him all sorts of naughty words. He calls him an asshole. Seth calls Punk an asshole, and he should be concentrated on the match here and there. Stop worrying about it. Punk then does a GTS on Seth. Distraction causes Drew to win after a very slow count from Seth because he kicks him in the balls or something, and then claymores. Lace bracelet rubbish is continuing. Yay.
A lot happened in that match.
That was hard. That was really hard to keep up with. Really bloody hard.
It was a good match. There was a lot of callbacks within the match to the 1997 match between Taker Bret Hart with Shawn Michaels as the referee.
I forgot to sort of put that down. So yeah,
like a lot of callbacks from that match to this match. So it's if you watch that match, you don't need to watch this one.
Gunther, Damian Priest. You guys in the comments below don't even need to know what. Like, you could probably guess immediately what the first line's going to be, but it's super hard hitting early on. Insane slapping contests back and forth. But Gunther bled first.
Yep.
He did.
South Heaven from Priest early-ish. Kicked out though, no problem. Completely battering each other. Priest continuously telling Gunther to bring more on. Finn comes out to try and help Priest. Gunther boots Finn over and just Bloody hell. Gunther is up on the ring, in the ring, and he knocks Finn over, doesn't he, on the outside. Which makes Priest go into Super Priest mode.
Yeah, he kind of hulked up.
He did.
Super Priest party. Sorry.
He then hits a Razor's Edge, Cypher Heaven, pins him. 1, 2. Finn puts Gunther's foot on the rope. Finn's turned on Priest. Not in that way. They've just...
No.
They're enemies, not lovers.
As soon as he did it, he turns his back and just stares down at the floor, waiting.
The whole segment with Finn was brilliant with the way he looked. But Gunther gets Priest into a sleeper hold. Priest powers out, manages to get to Finn, chokes Finn for a bit. Gunther gets him back, power bombs him, pops him back into a sleeper, makes him pass out. New champion, Gunther. Which I'm very pleased
The
with.
end of the Judgment Day.
Well, we think...
As we know it.
Well, as we know it,
as we
definitely,
know it,
because I would say
yeah.
at this point, Rhea and Priest are both out.
Yeah.
Finn hadn't taken his eyes off Priest the entire time either after he turned back round. So we had that moment where he was turned away, and then the second he turned back round, that was it. Eyes on him the entire time. As we were getting twins before the main event, we had Miz and R-Truth come out to announce the attendance, with Waller and Theory just doing what they do best and interfering. Jelly Roll then comes in to sort of help out and sort of... He gets called. He got called out by Waller and Theory.
Yeah, they were calling him and Machine Gun Kelly out.
Yeah,
basically.
He comes in with a chair, hits them with a chair, and then he gets off a 5-knuckle shuffle. A classic.
A triple one.
So a 15-knuckle shuffle.
It was
a classic sort of celebrity moment. Right.
Been to parties like that.
I'm exhausted, boys. Link or Pete, would you like to lead on into the main event? We've got the stuff there, but...
Go on, Peter, let you try
because
that.
I missed a lot.
Minute.
I missed a couple of bits because I was trying to catch up.
Okay. If Pete hasn't got it open, I'll start us off.
Oh, Pete.
Solo comes out, stands in the ring, and then...
Oh, we did. Yeah, I missed that.
And then we go backstage to Cody's bus. Cody's on the bus. He gets up. He walks off the bus. He gets given the dog lead. He then gives the dog kisses, and they were talking about this being the last time he'll walk with his dog. So I don't know if they're having the dog put to sleep for some reason or what, but it was...
Good night, dog.
It seemed very extreme. Sorry if that is the case, by the way, because he's a gorgeous dog. Anyway, we get a little bit further on, and then he bumps into... Who did he bump into first? Was it Arn first?
Arn Anderson.
He bumps into Arn Anderson.
Great moment.
And Arn's like, you've still got friends here. A couple of them you know about, and one of them you might not, or a couple of you might not, or whatever.
Something like that.
Anyway,
might not, yeah.
We move past that point, and then Cody gives the dog to someone else. I don't know if he just gave it away or what, but it was random. This is still in the car park. He's not even made it into the arena yet.
They hadn't even got into
Solo
Gorilla,
stood in the ring the whole time as well. Cody then walks into Gorilla, where he then puts... No, before he gets to Gorilla, he walks up to the woman that dresses him, because he can't dress himself, and he gets given his coat. And commentary are telling us he's being presented with his entrance robes, and this is when it turned into like a royal procession where we get told about all the boring things that the royals are doing when they go to their weddings, etc. Then he walks into Gorilla, and then he gets his mask.
It was very long-winded. It was very long-winded build up.
I think it was as long as the match.
And then his music hit, and then he walked to the ring.
Oh,
and then he took his mask and his coat off.
Come
I'm going to be honest. The match starting was pretty slow. There wasn't an awful lot going on. It was a very slow build, which I think mattered more when it was Roman. But with Solo, it was kind of a bit like,
it was a bit like, come on, get on with this bloodline stuff.
We know what's happening.
It wasn't so much that. It's like we needed to see something from Solo at this point, because on the main roster, and especially in the main event scene, he's not had a chance to prove himself yet. So this was his chance to really shine, and we didn't really get much from him, if I'm honest. Anyway, eventually God came out, aka Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa of the Bloodline.
Destiny.
they came out and obviously attacked Cody. The 301 beat down for a minute, and then Kevin Owens' music hits because apparently he's fine after having his throat smashed against the turnbuckle 3 weeks ago, whenever it was, 2 weeks ago.
Which is fine, but it was very predictable.
Yeah. Kevin Owens runs out, starts to fight him, and eventually gets beat down as well, or starts to get beat down.
We know what's
And
going
then
on.
Randy Orton's music hits. Randy Orton comes out slowly-ish, half jogs to the ring.
He runs in slow-mo. I'm sure he was sprinting, by the way.
It was very, very weird.
But it's like Baywatch.
I heard
it's
David
incredible.
Hasselhoff singing in the background.
Yeah. I'll be ready.
Orton gets to the ring. Orton hits an RKO on
one of them.
Tonga Loa, I believe. And then Tama gets stunned from
KO.
Kevin Owens. Yeah.
And we then went to a swanton off the top turnbuckle.
We did.
Wasn't this at that point? It was Solo, wasn't it?
They'd moved on to Solo at that point. For the
so at this point, Randy hit his snap suplex thing that he does off the ropes. Do you know the wing thing where he turns over and slams them? I can't think what it's called now. He hits that, and then Solo madly rolls towards the corner, a little bit bad. And then there was the swanton from Kevin, which was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin and Randy then leave, chasing God off through the crowd, and they disappear. All four of them are gone.
Just leaves the two again.
And then the two of them just fight one-on-one for a while. Again, eventually, Jacob Fatu does come in to make the save. After, he's been hit with the
steel stairs being involved. Yeah,
there was quite a lot of brutal spots with the stairs before Jacob Fatu even came out. But Jacob Fatu eventually comes out, and the first thing Jacob Fatu does was the big whisper in the wind style move that he does, where he just runs up the turnbuckle and dives off it backwards.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first thing he did in the match. It was crazy.
That's it. Yeah.
He then eventually manages to put Cody through the announce table with a big splash, and in doing so, looks like he pretty seriously injured his knee. I don't know if it's legitimate at the moment. We haven't seen, but it did look pretty legitimate.
It was too awkward the way he then told Solo to then finish the job.
It was way throwing the chairs about.
I think so too. And not only that, but awkward. he was also. I noticed it a little bit on SmackDown. He hobbled a little bit on SmackDown. It was very, very subtle, but he did look like he was favouring his leg on SmackDown last night.
Yeah,
I think
so
there
he may have a legitimate injury there that he was just trying to work through just to finish SummerSlam, and he's going to take a bit of time off, I think. But put him through the table, and basically Solo threw him back into the ring. Solo carries on to go for the attack, and then we get some drum beats, which weren't that familiar to start off with.
And then we had the light, didn't we? The light was what was giving it away, like the graphics color. Yeah,
the graphic color of the blue came up on the Trons, and then we saw the tribal chief.
No Wiseman
music or head of the table.
No Wiseman
logo come up.
Wiseman will be away for a while, I think, mate.
Yeah, I thought maybe we might see a Wiseman entrance. We was waiting to see what figure we see, and we did see Roman eventually.
Oh,
and then we got Roman's music. Roman Reigns walked down to the ring. He didn't run. He just walked to the ring. Very happy. New T-shirt on. OTC, I think it said on the front of his
Which
T-shirt.
I reckon is original tribal chief.
Original tribal chief.
Yeah, I think so.
Or only tribal chief.
Or only tribal chief. Either way.
Yeah.
He then hits the Superman punch on Solo, followed by the spear to Solo, after doing his big
ooh-ah.
Gave Cody his little nod.
Sort of nods over to Cody, just doesn't talk to him, doesn't like put his hand out to him or anything, just sort of nods and then jumps out the ring, leaves Solo to be finished off by Cody. Cody picks up Solo, hits the crossroads
but
one time. locking
took
eyes,
his
with,
eyes off Roman
locking
the whole
eyes with
time.
Roman the entire time. Yeah,
Didn't take eyes
And
off
then,
Roman once.
pins Solo for the 1-2-3, and the show ends with Cody in the ring and Roman Reigns on the ramp with Cody's music playing.
That's it. A bloody good SummerSlam, and I'm really looking forward to talking about our real opinions about it on Wednesday for you guys.
I think we all have a lot of opinions as well.
I tell you what, Raw and SmackDown are going to be good this week.
Yes.
Raw should be.
I think
should
SmackDown will be.
Roman's back.
SmackDown hopefully
Yeah.
should be.
It will be.
I think
Roman
it's
will
gonna
be
be
on
a big
SmackDown.
We're gonna be a
week.
bit.
It's got to be.
We'll be a bit sad. But
It's going to be a big week for
I think,
WWE.
like I say, I think Fatu is probably injured. Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, I think that's possible. I think we'll find out.
Which
we'll
might-
probably find out at the end of the post show, to be honest with you.
Possibly, but
Because Triple H will probably give an update.
we aren't going to be able to tell you that. So, as always, the things are down below there. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and then you get notified every time we do a wrestling upload. And we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.
See ya.